I refuse to let my limitations define me. Life presents us with defining moments, turning points that shape our journey. And at 22, I faced my first turning point when I was diagnosed with a rare eye condition. In a moment, my vision of the future blurred, and the world that I knew began to change. For the next 10 years, my life was filled with struggles, shame, and social anxiety, with endless questions that held me captive. Why me? What next? Am I worthy? At 32, broken physically, emotionally, financially, I faced another turning point. But this time, as if the universe conspired to be in my favor, friends emerged from all directions to extend their hands and lift me up. What began as a normal morning walk with them became my strength to push past my limits. And it was in this journey that I discovered my first fitness coach, who gave me a mantra that changed my world. Life gives you problems. Running gives you solutions and sore legs. With that small change of lacing up my shoe and stepping forward, it changed everything for me. And after a decade, at 42, I faced another turning point. When after years of rigorous training and running thousands of kilometers, I finally got a chance to go to Ladakh for a marathon. When I landed in Ladakh, I could feel the cold, vast desert, having an energy in its stillness, quiet yet immensely powerful. The high altitudes, low oxygen level, cold, chilly, dry winds make the route especially tough. But the marathon drew runners from across the country and also overseas. The roads came alive with runners, many of whom were ultra-distance athletes, practicing in the early morning hours to get acclimatized to the harsh environment. I was excited and nervous, fully charged to be a part of this incredible event. And when the marathon day finally arrived, the atmosphere was electric. On the countdown of 3, 2, 1, we all began to run. But just in the 3rd kilometer, I had to stop, breathless, gasping for air. For a moment, I felt defeated, but only after a short break, just to catch up my breath, I was back on track. Ladakh's roads are unforgiving, with steep ascents and descents. Some moments, I felt like a rabbit, running swift and agile. But at times, I felt like a tortoise, moving slow and steady. After 2 hours and 28 minutes, I finally crossed the finish line, completing the 21 kilometers marathon. And as soon as I did, I broke down in tears. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. These weren't just tears of joy, they were tears of triumph, of overcoming my fears. Because 2 years back, I got an opportunity to participate in a biking event in Ladakh for visually impaired individuals. But I let fear hold me back. I was too uncertain of what lay ahead and too scared to travel with strangers. But this time, it was all different, because this time I had a plan C. C for community, C for collaboration, and C, most important, for courage. It was this community, the group of people who stood by me and gave me the courage to push my limits and conquer this marathon. While on my way back at the airport, I received replies from my father, mother, and brother that completely shattered my self-imposed chains. You don't bound us, you bind us, they wrote. In their words, I found my answer. No matter how huge and heavy a door is always those three little hinges that support it. And in my life, those three hinges are my friends for uplifting me, family for their love and acceptance, and the third hinge is the fellow community for having their belief in me. Each step I take, whether on the track or on this stage, is powered by the strength of people around me. And I realize we are all connected by our struggle and our will to rise. A question that once held me captive, but today fuels my purpose. Am I worthy? Yes, because I refuse to let my limitations define me. So, before you let your turning points change you, be the force that turns the page. And make a choice not to stand out, not to stand last, but to outlast. Over to you.